Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Quan, and I'm back. Week 7 is upon us, and I hope you haven't forgotten that we're in the middle of the bye weeks, okay? So please don't forget about your lineups, okay? Like I said, week 7 is upon us. I know everybody's looking for that next win. So I'm going to get into what happened last week during week 6 in our Avio's finest Yahoo Fantasy Football League, okay? Now, the first matchup I'm going to get into is that Dirty South versus Dallas Wins, okay? Now, Dallas Wins was projected to win by like double the points of that Dirty South, but that Dirty South, his team kind of outperformed all their, predicted, scores, which is a good thing, you know. Dallas Wins comes out, with the W on this one, 133 to 108. You know what I mean? So even though that Dirty South performed a lot better than expected, Dallas Wins still came up with the win. And the thing that Dallas Wins is probably mad about is that he had 31 points on the bench with DeMarco Murray and Golden Tate. That if they were in, his lineup, he probably could have took this one, okay? So the second matchup I'm going to get into is going up against Who Gonna Check Me. And these two dudes are real good with each other, so I know, this was a hell of a matchup. Originally, Who Gonna Check Me was, predicted to win 93 to 89. His team didn't perform even up to the 89 points that they were expected to, perform at. You know what I mean? Who Gonna Check Me is doing his thing, still in first place, gets another victory. The score was 128 to 65. I'm not sure if there's anybody on his team that could have helped him out in this, matchup. He had Dante Moncrief on the bench. He had 12 points, which is good, but it probably wasn't good enough to help him out in this situation. Okay, now the next matchup, we've got the Blue Wall went up against Rattlesnakes. And the Blue Wall was favored to win, and Rattlesnakes was, predicted to lose 105 to 93. But the tables got flipped. And hey, he put that Rattlesnake shake on the Blue Wall this week. I can't believe it. He's doing his thing. The end score was 111 to 95 in favor of the Rattlesnakes. Now, as far as the Blue Wall's roster, he had John Brown, a wide receiver for Arizona, on the bench, who balled out of control with 24 points. And I'm sure if he was in the lineup, I would have been reporting a different story this week in this matchup. Now, for the fourth matchup from week 6, we've got hashtag Colts Nation versus Show Me the Money. And it's funny, Show Me the Money was predicted to win this week, 90 to 83. And I know he was happy. As a matter of fact, I saw the owner this week, and we chit-chat a little bit, tossed it up. And he talked about getting his first win and all of that. But I'm sure that win must have came in week 5. Because this week he just missed the victory by 1 point. Really, I guess I should say 2. Okay, 1 point would have tied it. But he loses the game 81 to 80. That's heartbreaking right there. I'm sure if he had Roddy White in his lineup versus Jeremy Maclin, he would have been the winner. But hey, such is not the case, and neither is the victory. So now, in the final matchup, I've got Too Hot for TV against the Ballers. Okay? And Ballers was predicted to win, and they sure did. 123 to 108. Okay? Now, there wasn't really too much that I could have done as far as a coach, as far as winning this matchup. I could have put Hillman in my lineup, versus CJ Anderson, but it really wouldn't have been that much of a difference. An 8-point difference, I still wouldn't have been able to win. It would have been nice if my players could have overperformed, but You know, I got to look into my roster and kind of see if I need to let somebody go, because this is unacceptable, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's get into the rankings, okay? Now, as far as the league is concerned, like I said, in first place, came through with another victory this week after his loss last week. WHOGONCHECKME, you know, sitting pretty at first place with a record of 5-1. Okay, now with a record of 4-2, Dallas Wins is in second place, and he's at the top of the first class division. Okay, week 6 was his second win in a row, so he's on a win streak right now, and I know that going into week 7 he wants to continue that. In third place, we've got Ballers, also with a record of 4-2, and also on a 2-game win streak. Okay, so now in fourth place, I've got the Rattlesnakes with a record of 4-2. I've got in fifth place with a record of 4-2. In sixth place, the Blue Wall has a record of 3-3. In seventh place, Too Hot for TV, my team, with a record of 2-4, and hopefully I can do a little bit better with that. In eighth place, I've got hashtag Colts Nation with a record of 2-4. In ninth place, I've got Show Me the Money with a record of 1-5, and in 10th place, that Dirty South, also with a record of 1-5. We need to, after that first win in the first week, that Dirty South has been on a losing streak, and I know he's looking to turn it around with these bye weeks. This is the time to take advantage of that, okay? So, I will see you all next week with the recap of what happened in week 7, all right? It's your man Quan, and I'm out of here. Peace.